Hey everyone, welcome to the part one of creating data models in Power BI. We are working in the same AdventureWorks dataset. After all the pre-processing or the transformation that we have done with our data, this is what our final look of the tables is. And I'm continuing in the same file. I am in the report view currently. Let us first understand what is a data model. So data model is a structured framework that defines how data is organized and stored in a system. So it's basically a blueprint for designing databases. So if you are not aware about databases and all its concepts, no worries over here. Basically, what we are trying to do is we are trying to create relationship between our discrete tables. So here you can see we have all these tables or all these queries out here in our data set, and these queries are basically not connected to each other. Okay, that means they are existing as an atomic unit, and they are not having any relationships with each other, which basically is could be problematic when we are trying to find out any kind of, when we are plotting any kind of visuals or trying to create any DAX measures based on the data of two or more tables. So for such purposes, we need to create a data model. So creating a data model allows Power BI to understand how different tables are related, and it also enables efficient, accurate, and interactive reporting in Power BI. So let us go ahead and see that how in actuality these tables look like. So I am in Power BI, front end, and here you will see that there is the data, or the model view. When I click on the model view, you're going to see that all the tables that we have, worked upon are appearing in isolation to each other. Okay, so this is our territory lookup table, product category table, calendar, and all. Okay, so someone can come and think that, hey, what's the problem with that? Okay, so let me show you, one of the very common example of how these unrelated tables can lead to the inconsistent reporting when we are trying to create any visuals. So let us try to create a simple visual. So suppose I'm creating a table visual. Okay, so in this table visual, okay, so I know that you are not aware about visuals right now, but still I'm just dragging and dropping some fields in order to identify their values. So suppose from the sales data, I am putting on the order quantity, okay, in this particular, as a column. Okay, so the order quantity that it shows is 84,174. Total orders are being done in this the sales data. Okay, now suppose from the sales data, I order, I drag and drop order number. Okay, so as I drag and drop order number as one of the columns, so it shows me for different order numbers what is the order quantity being placed. Okay, so let me reorder the column so that it becomes more logical for us to see. So yeah, so this is our order number, as you can see, and this is the order quantity that is being ordered. So order number, 405 45080 has order quantity 1, so on and so on. Okay, which is quite natural that I'm dragging and dropping the two fields from the same table, so the relationship is looking all right to me. But suppose instead of order number from the sales table, if suppose I go to the product lookup table, okay, and I want to know that, what all products are being ordered in how much quantity. So I will drag and drop the product name field from here to here. Okay, so my intention is that I want to see that all purpose bike stand is ordered in how many quantities and so on. But as soon as I do that, okay, so the outcome that I thought in my mind was that corresponding to each product name, it will give me the total quantities that are ordered in the sales record. But instead of that, it is giving me the total sales quantity that we were getting, which is 84174, corresponding to each item, which clearly is a wrong representation. And why this incorrect kind of, details are appearing? Because these tables are not related to each other. So one field that you have dropped from one of the tables is representing 8417, 84174, and the other field which you have taken from the product table, which is the product name, is representing all the product names. Okay, so let us keep this table on the report view, and let us work around on creating our data model, and we will see the effect of that data model on this table that we have created. So here I am going again to the model view where all the discrete tables are lying. Okay, let us first understand the portions in this data models dashboard. So here is the front end ribbon. So this is our menu ribbon where we have get data, Excel workbook and all those options. And also we have new measure, manage relationships and all this. So here basically we will be using the manage relationships option a lot. Apart from it, it also shows us the property panel, telling about the property of a particular card and about the data that we are having. Okay, so let us not complicate it a lot. Let me show you how we can go ahead and connect this tables to each other. Okay, so we are already aware about the star schema. Star schema basically is putting a central fact table and connecting it to the dimension tables. The central fact table contains all the numeric data. So over here, as per the description of the fact table should be our sales data table. Okay, because sales data table contains all the numeric values like order number, order items, stock date, quantity, etc. And it also contains all the unique keys, which are the foreign keys, which are customer key, order line item number, order product key, and number and so on. So it contains many of the keys which are actually the primary keys in our fact tables. So let us put it visually in the center also, because it is going to be our central fact table, and the other tables are going to be our uh, uh, you know uh, dimension tables. So here I am putting the tables in the respective manner. Okay, so this is my central fact table and corresponding to it are our different dimension tables. So let me organize it in a more visually appealing manner. Okay, product category and subcategory lookup we are not going to work right now. So yeah, okay. Yes, so now let me show you how we can create relationship between these tables. So here the central one is my sales table, which we are going to connect with our different dimension tables. Okay, I am putting the dimension tables, side. I'm trying to put them in around our sales data table. Okay, so let us try to connect it. No need to do it. I'm just doing it for the sake of making it visually, appealing like a star schema. But as such, there is no compulsion to do it in this manner. Okay, so I'll go to manage relationships. When I go to manage relationships, it gives me two options: that do you want to create a new relationship or do you want it to be auto detected by Power BI. Auto detection is always a good option when you are aware about the relationships, and you can check out if there are any errors, because Power BI is an intelligent tool and it can auto detect the relationships and give you the relation schema. But over here we will be going with creating the relationships manually. Okay, so always go with auto detect option if you are aware about the kind of relationships you want, so that you can correct them or you can do the manual intervention. So I'm going with new relationship. When I go with new relationship, it will ask me like from which table do you want to create relationship. Here I am creating the relationship with sales data table. Okay, so this is my sales data table. And to which table do you want to create relationship? So suppose I want to create the relationship with territory lookup table. So as soon as I click territory lookup table, it is going to show me the sales territory number. Okay, yeah, here there is a sales territory key. So when you click on both these keys, it is going to see make sure that these keys match. So the name of these two keys are different, so I have linked them, that the territory key should match with the sales territory key column. As soon as I do that and click save, it is going to create a relationship automatically between these two tables, and you can select over here and click close. So this is the first relationship that we have created. So this is the one of the ways in which we can create relationship. So through the manage relationships tab. There is one more way, which is more of a interactive way in which we can create relationship, is by dragging and dropping the common key between the two tables. So here you can observe that between the sales table and the customer table, customer key is the common column. Okay, so customer key is the foreign key in our sales data table, and it is the primary key in the customer lookup table. Primary key means the key which uniquely identifies a particular entity. So here in customer lookup table, customer key is the primary key. And when we are taking this key in another table in order to reference it from outside, it is known as foreign key. Okay, so there is a terminology difference when the primary key is present in another table in order to reference it from outside, it is known as foreign key. And over here where it is used to identify or used to identify or a particular record in unique manner, it is known as a primary key. So let us drag and drop these things and let us see how the relationship works. So you are going to drag and drop it here, and automatically you will see the same relationship thing that you have created manually has appeared. You simply have to click OK and it will create the relationship for you. Okay, so this relationship is created. Again, you can do the same for products. So here we have a product key and a product key over here. Okay, I already know the structure, so I am dragging and dropping it so smoothly, but you can have a look and you can drag and drop it and click OK and it will automatically create the relationships for you. Similarly for calendar lookup, so there is a order date and as well as the stock date over here, and this is our date column. So you can link the order date with the date column and it will create the relationship for us. Okay, so you can do either for now. And yeah, so this is our normal star schema that we have created. Product subcategory and the product category are the tables which are related to product lookup table only. Okay, so these does not belong to the star schema. Our basic star schema has only these portions, which is over here. This one is our central fact table and these are our dimension table. So this is dimension table number 1, dimension table number 2, dimension table number dimension table number 4. Okay, I have still left these two tables unrelated because they will be related to the product lookup table. Okay, so this I am going to tell you in the next part of ours where I will tell you about the snowflake schema. So here we have successfully created the star schema for our tables.